finally that time of the day. It's time for the gym. I can't even explain how. I'm coming up on like 10 years of lifting. I started lifting in my house on a piano bench. I had a couple pairs of dumbbells, 25 pounds, 35 pounds. That was it. Started watching Mike Chang on Six Pack Shortcuts. If you guys remember that YouTube channel, crazy. Then I got a gym membership about a year later. I worked out at home with those 2 pairs of dumbbells for a year. And eventually got a bench. Never got any more dumbbells. Got some bands, but got a gym membership about a mile away from my house. Usually would have my parents drive me there until I got my own car. Some days I would walk there, longboard there in the snow, rain, like middle of summer. Nothing could keep me away from the gym. The point is, we are here today, and I'm just as excited to go to the gym as I was back then. And I'm not going to say every single day I'm excited to go to the gym, but there is that feeling. Obviously, I wouldn't go if I didn't want to go. But I think everybody knows the days where you got to drag yourself there a little bit. And, as you get older, you get a job, you have more responsibilities and bills and all this, blah, blah, blah. You have all these things piling up that are you're just convincing yourself throughout the day, man, I just don't want to go to the gym. I just had a really long day, really tired at work. And then if you really sit and think about it, if you want the result that's at the end of continuous workouts day after day, none of those things actually affect you from going to the gym. And the excuse I hate the most, that just bothers me, is, well, I'm not even going to have a good workout, so what's the point? Well, if I told you, let's see if I'm figuring this out right. Let's say you want $100, okay? And you're looking for work for $100, and you need $100. Somebody says they'll give you a job for $50, and you say, well, I just don't want to do the job at all then. I need $100. That $50 is going to serve you a lot better than $0, and you should probably go get the workout done anyway, because most likely the next day or the day after, you're going to have a good workout again. And of course, there is need for rest days sometimes, and sometimes, I will admit, sometimes you do need to give your mind a break. Like physically, you might be fully functioning and all well and all that good stuff, but your brain just needs to you just need to sit down, chill, play some video games, do whatever you got to do to relax. I've been there many times. You got to learn to listen to your body. But when you're first starting out, I do think you should try to go under any circumstance as reasonable as possible. Maybe if you're set to be the best man at your friend's wedding or something, or the maid of honor, I don't know, whatever. You probably should, maybe get your workout in ahead of time. But yeah, you get the point. Was going to record yesterday, but my microphone was dead, and I only found that out after I plugged in my microphone to my camera, or my phone, and my phone crashed, and it took 10 minutes, and I was just like, man, I've already got traffic on my way home. I don't want to delay this anymore. I'll just film tomorrow. Then I plugged it in out of hope on my way to the gym. And maybe I'll record, and then it was dead. So failure to prepare is preparing to fail. I learned that yesterday. So now I got to make sure that I turn off my microphone and then I charge it when it needs to be charged. But I'm sure none of this stuff really matters to you guys. What really matters is we're hitting a chest workout. Yesterday was hamstrings. Really wanted to film that one, show that to you guys. Those don't perform as well as the other videos do, but they're just as important. And for me, they're most important right now. And I haven't hit chest probably in like 7 to 10 days, so I feel like I'm in a good spot to get a good chest workout in. I'm feeling, while I'm driving there, could change, you know. Sometimes I'm thinking through all the exercises, like, well, you know, if I got this one's going to give me this kind of pump, or it's going to give me this kind of stimulus, and then I could structure my workout this way. So I kind of interchange, you know. If I'm hitting a chest workout, I kind of work it out like this, like, got to hit at least one press, sometimes two, and then I hit at least one fly, and then we're going to hit a shoulder press. Since I am focusing on shoulders, I might interchange some things with an extra front delt movement. I've been really enjoying the front delt raises. I mean, you're going to see what happens regardless, but this is the process of me thinking through things. And then we'll hit a side raise and still giving the arms a little bit of a break. Got my classic pineapple juice here. This is kind of nice because it's kind of like I had my last meal about 2 hours ago. So by the time I get to the gym, I'm like 2.5 hours, no food, which for me is perfect. I don't like having food in my stomach when I work out. I don't want it to be too late because then it just gets hard to fit all of my food in for the day. But it is kind of nice to have a few extra carbs in the system, and I do drink carbs throughout my workout, so I got extra energy flowing in as things are moving along. But yeah, I'm excited for this lift. Chest is, you know, it's most guys' favorite muscle group, I would say, to train, maybe right next to arms. I don't know if I would go as far as saying it's my favorite, but it's definitely up there. Chest pump, might not be my favorite thing to train, but it's probably up there, like top 2 pumps, for sure. For sure. I think a solid back pump would have to be my number 1. But yeah, I mean, enough talking. I'm going to finish my drive, but for you guys, it'll be a second. So we're going to start hitting some chest. I started this workout off with some flat dumbbell bench, and I'm going to let you guys watch the beginning because I almost snapped my wrist here. These dumbbells are super long. These are 60 kg dumbbells. As you can see on my left leg, the dumbbell almost slipped off, and then in my left arm, that is not the setup you want. And before this, I was warming up. I anticipated going heavier than this. So I was warming up with the 57.5 kgs, and I was like, oh shoot, these are pretty heavy. So I did those for a set of 10. Wish I would have turned the camera on, but I anticipated being a little bit stronger. So I decided to go up, did the 60 kgs for a set of 6, and then dropped it down. I believe these are 52.5 each. Did these for a set of 10. Really liking how the dumbbell bench is feeling. I really like flat dumbbell bench. For whatever reason, I've never really been a big fan of incline dumbbell. Probably should change that because I do think it is a good exercise. But if I'm going to do something incline, I prefer to do incline Smith, which is actually coming up next, or an incline chest press. And that's just my personal preference. Maybe I'll throw in some incline dumbbell one day, but as for now, we'll just do the incline Smith. And as you can see, the incline is a bit higher than I would normally do. I was trying to do some in-between incline bench and shoulder press, but I ended up just hitting my chest on this. It didn't really hit my shoulders. And as you can see, my chest from this angle is looking very full. So everything in the off season is going exactly how I want right now. And we're just moving along here. So did about 2 plates per side on here. I think this was 1 rep shorter than the last set. So about 9 reps, I think. But with any chest exercise, you really want to focus on just really opening your chest up and letting your chest stretch, so you're not pressing with your shoulders. I know that's something that can be very difficult to do. I recently learned how to use my chest probably about a year or two ago, which might seem like a long time, but I've been lifting for almost 10 years. So things can take a while, and then decided to hammer the front delts with some single arm dumbbell front raises. Now with these, I like to use straps and throw them on the dumbbells because sometimes your grip can be a limiting factor. And don't even get me started with the whole, oh, why don't you improve your grip strength argument, because grip strength doesn't equate to more muscle. And even though I am using the straps to help me hold on, it's not like I'm just not holding on at all. So you will build some grip strength, but that's not my primary goal. I just care about lifting as much weight as possible. With these, I don't really care about body English too much. I still feel a shit ton of tension on my front delts, so I am very happy with that, and we'll probably continue doing them this way for the foreseeable future, because sometimes it's just fun to swing weight around like this. I think for me, if I did all of my sets with a perfectly smooth cadence, I would eventually just stop going to the gym because it would become very boring. If that's how you like to train, go for it. Be my guest. But we like to throw a little body English in around these parts, so we're going to keep doing that. Try not to use the traps too much, but they're going to come into play a little bit regardless of what I do. But yeah, these are just fun. Throw in exercises that you find fun and enjoyable. And, studies are coming out now where they're even finding that as long as if tension is on the muscle, perfect form isn't really going to grow any more muscle than a little bit of body English would. And who would have thought, right? I don't really think, it makes sense if you think about it. If you're putting a lot of tension on the muscle, regardless of if your form is perfect or not, you're going to grow. And sometimes in order to drive out, squeeze out that little extra bit of performance, you're going to have to make your reps a little sloppy, because it's just like anything else. How do you improve in the gym in the first place? Nobody starts off in the gym with perfect form, but you grow like a weed. So you kind of got to learn how to use, you're going to have sloppier form using newer, heavier weights, and it's going to take time to perfect it, but that's the goal, right? Just don't be afraid of messing up a little bit, but just go in, do your best, and then make improvements from there. But I think if you're afraid that your form is going to look a little sloppy and that prevents you from taking steps forward to progress, you're just going to stall and you're going to be plateauing left and right. And, you want to get to it, find a weight where you fail, 2 reps short of what you thought you were going to be, and come back to it. And then it's going to feel even better when you finally do hit your goal. So that's what I'm doing around here. Not really focusing on that 3-second eccentric or, just having fun with it. You got to have fun with your lifts every now and then. But there are times to lock in and be like, all right, we need to clean things up. Let's see if I can control this weight a little bit better. Just did some of those chest flies there on that machine. Feel really nice. And then 1 set of machine side raises here. Only recorded 1 set because these get pretty redundant, and I just don't want to sit there and record every single set because it's going to be really boring. But yeah, just going to finish up here. Got a nice pump going on, which you'll see in a second. And that's going to do it for this workout. All right. Chest and shoulders have been completed. And I would say that was a pretty good workout. Made progress. I've never pressed the 60 kg dumbbells before. Now I will say I probably could have gotten a few more reps. If I didn't do a set before that one, it was not recorded, unfortunately. My mistake. Won't ever happen again, I promise. But pushed good weight, got a good pump. Shoulders are fried. Chest feels good. Chest is going to be good for the next 7 to 10 days, maybe even longer. I don't really need to hit it very often to maintain it. as I've stated before, we're trying to grow the shoulders, and you can just kind of see right now the shoulders are already popping through this baggy t-shirt. So I think we need to strip down and see what we got going on. And this is always the best part of the workout, I would say. Just checking out the pump, seeing what is under construction. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. Pretty full. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Even though we didn't hit it either, I'll give you a lat spread and back double. I don't know how good the lighting is on that one, but regardless, feels good nonetheless. But yeah, I don't have too much to say right now. I'm just gonna eat my post-workout meal and do my cardio. And with that being said, I'll see you when I see you.